What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Cashed Out, and today we're going to be talking about the best MacBook case that you can find out there right now when you're on a budget. I know there's a ton of different MacBook cases out there, but I recently bought my MacBook. Well, I got a newer MacBook a few years ago, and once I got it, I was actually using it everywhere. I was kind of running around, editing, doing different things all over the place, and I happened to have it in my backpack, and I accidentally dropped my backpack, and the MacBook was in my backpack, and it all just slammed on the ground. And thankfully I had a case on there, but it was one of those flimsy like stick-on cases that you get from like a a cheap tech store. I just wanted to have one on there just in case, and I'm glad that I did, because the case basically shattered but my MacBook was not damaged. So after that day I was like, man, I definitely need to upgrade my case game. And if you have a MacBook or if you have a laptop and you don't have any type of protection on it, definitely look into that. Look into getting a good case for that. So I started looking around, actually started shopping around to see what budget-friendly MacBook cases were out there, because I wasn't trying to spend $50 or so on a case if I can get it for a little bit cheaper. So not sure how I ended up finding them, but I came across the Supcase Unicorn Beetle MacBook Pro case. That's a weird name, it's a long name, but the case is freaking awesome. It's probably one of the best budget MacBook cases you can get out there. Let's kind of dig into it and talk a little bit about what this case has to offer. This Unicorn Beetle case is an awesome combination of both beauty and protection for your MacBook. And every time I've had this case out in public, whenever I've been at like a coffee shop or Panera or whatever, people have actually just stopped by and been like, they do that double take, almost like, they heard a dog whistle or something. They do that double take and they're like, what is that? What kind of case is that? I've had so many conversations with that, but the case looks absolutely awesome. And what really attracted to me was the unique design of it. It has a clear plastic design, so you can actually see the Apple logo, you can see the MacBook within the case, but the case itself has a few ridges, a few bumps on there to make it look kind of, I guess I don't know the best way to describe it. It's a little bit futuristic, a little bit different in terms of the design. It really stands out. And on top of that, the sides of the case design actually have a honeycomb design built into it, which I always think adds such a cool dimension to the cases as well. So the design looks gorgeous. They also have different colors. They come in black and blue. I obviously went with the black one in my case, but you can choose whichever one fits your style the best. This case has thick, solid edges, which make it perfect for protecting your MacBook. And that's one of the things that I really liked about it, because actually when I dropped my MacBook for the first time, the plastic, kind of the cheaper case that I had, actually cracked right on the edges. So I actually looked at this case and I was touching it and playing around with it a little bit, and the edges are absolutely solid. They're probably the thickest part of the case, so that makes it really good to protect against bumps and drops and those things that are more likely to crack and damage your MacBook than anything else. The port cutouts are also very well done. There's a lot of space to be able to plug in your cables and dongles. You know how much Apple likes their dongles with their MacBooks, but you have enough room to be able to plug whatever you need in without having to finagle it into really tiny port spaces. The bottom piece of the case has tons of slots in it and is very well ventilated. So this allows your MacBook to continue to function properly in terms of heat distribution. So your MacBook won't get overheated at the bottom, because the case is open, has a lot of good airflow, and is a really cool add-on in terms of that. And staying in the bottom part of it, the legs of the case down there are very solid and they're rubberized, so they allow the case to stay steady while you're on any surface, and it makes it harder for it to just slide right off. So I think that's a very nice touch, very solid design in terms of the heat distribution and also in terms of the legs to keep your laptop steady as you're working on it. The snap hooks that are used to lock in your MacBook into the case are very solid. They do a really good job of snapping on and keeping your MacBook clamped onto the case. I think there's actually like 10 or 11 of those hooks all around the case, so that there's no way that the case is going to slide off of your MacBook when you're not using it. So that's a very cool addition on there, because I know my last case that I had was basically peeling off, just by looking at it. It was very flimsy and it wasn't really sticking on there very well. Besides the awesome protection that it offers, the cherry on top of this case is that it comes in only at $30, which is super budget friendly compared to some of the other cases that I saw on the market when I was shopping around. I mean, I saw some cases that were going for 50 or 60 bucks, but they didn't offer the level of protection that this offers. Now, granted, if you don't like this style, this kind of like, I don't know, like futuristic style, that's I don't know if that's exactly what it is, but that's the easiest way for me to describe it. If you don't like this style, then obviously, go for the other cases, if you're willing to spend a little bit more for design. But if you really don't care and you're okay with this kind of style, this $30 deal on here is absolutely awesome. awesome. So I definitely picked mine up. You can actually get them on Amazon. I got mine directly from Supcase, and I've been very excited, and definitely excited for the quality that they've provided with this case. I actually just ordered a cell phone case for my iPhone SE 2020, and that just got here a couple of days ago. I'm actually holding it in my hand right now. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm definitely excited to keep using this case and get a feel for it. And Supcase is one of those brands that I didn't really know much about, but I'm excited to keep discovering more about them because the quality of products that they're producing and the budget price that they're offering for it is definitely awesome. So if you're in the market for a new MacBook case, definitely take a look at the Unicorn Beetle case from Supcase. I'll link it below in the description, so definitely feel free to jump on there and check them out. So hope this review helped you guys. Definitely, if you're on the edge in terms of buying this case, just dive on in, you won't regret it. So hope this helped. If you did like this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't yet, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Take it easy.